everyone, so this is the summary of the poem Lady of Shalott Part 1 by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So these are the important points. Lady of Shalott is a lyrical ballad written in 4 parts. This poem was first published in 1833 with 20 stanzas and again in 1842 with 19 stanzas. The source of this story is associated with the legend of King Arthur and the story of Elaine of Astolat, who was in love with Sir Lancelot and dies out of grief when he got married to someone else. So this is the text of the poem. On either side the river lie long fields of barley and of rye that clothe the world and meet the sky, and through the field the road runs by to many towered Camelot. The yellow-leaved water lily, the green-sheathed daffodilly, tremble in the water chilly round about Shalott. So when the poem opens, we get to know the scenic background of the story. The island of Shalott lies in a river which flows down to the city of Camelot, and Camelot is the capital city of King Arthur. So there are the fields of rye and barley on both sides of this river, which are spread like clothing and extend to the sky. The path through these fields leads to the castle of Camelot, which has so many towers. So as people happen to pass this path, they look at the island of Shalott, where grow beautiful lily flowers and daffodils. Come to the next lines. Willows whiten, aspens shiver, the sunbeam showers break and quiver. In the stream that runneth ever by the island in the river flowing down to Camelot, 4 grey walls and 4 great towers overlook a space of flowers, and the silent isle embowers the Lady of Shalott. So when the wind blows, willow trees look white and aspen trees tremble, and this little breeze causes ripples on the surface of the water. This river flows down to Camelot, and there is a grey and a squared tower building on this island facing a flower garden. So this silent island provides shelter to the Lady of Shalott. Come to the next lines. By the margin willow wheeled, slide the heavy barges trailed, by slow horses and unhailed, the shallop fleeteth silken sailed, skimming down to Camelot. But who hath seen her wave her hand, or at the casement seen her stand, or is she known in all the land, the Lady of Shalott? So in these lines, poet says that the banks of this river are covered by willow trees and heavy boats are tied to the shores along with the horses. So on this river, little boats float down to the city of Camelot without being noticed by anyone. So now poet asks a question whether anyone has seen Lady of Shalott waving her hand or standing at her window. And the another question which he asks is whether anyone knows her except her name as Lady of Shalott. Come to the next lines. Underneath the budded barley, the reaper reaping late and early, hears her ever chanting cheerily, like an angel singing clearly, over the stream of Camelot, piling the sheaves in furrows airy. Beneath the moon, the reaper weary, listening whispers, it is the fairy Lady of Shalott. So in these lines, poet gives the answer of the questions which he has asked in previous stanza. He says that those people who harvest grain early in the morning among the barley fields covered with dry grass have heard the beautiful song sung by the Lady of Shalott. So this sweet song echoes over the water of the river flowing in a zigzag manner to the city of Camelot. So this song is also heard by the tired reaper piling his grain on airy hills under moonlight. He hears this song and speaks to himself that the sound of this song is coming from the enchanted island, and this song is sung by a mysterious woman, Lady of Shalott. And here it ends.